underway in Week 15. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And with flags down, he's up near the 40, but it looks like this one might be coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
On first down, Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
3 yards remaining here on second down.
Here we go now. Green,
on the counter, it's Yeldon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. He's at the 50. 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Miller. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll toss it to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned.